Hello everyone, beginning of week 3 here. I just finished up my JavaScript to implement some of the JSON we were supplied with. Sort of a complicated topic to jump around with, but each HTML page, really the only changes have been wherever input is going, I've reformatted to be a little cleaner and properly accept the content associated with each tag. And between the header and body for each HTML page, there is script of type text JavaScript, and each one has its own unique content JavaScript file. So I'm going to close those because that's last week's videos. And we'll jump right into the JavaScript. So each one has its own XML HTTP request, and then that gets loaded, turned into a function, and once the function activates, it begins parsing out the text that it's reading in from the JSON file, and through a variable called new content, it associates through the response object, through the array within the JSON file, and then it individually goes through each of the instances within the array. Now, for my index, the only thing I have here was member benefits, and there's really only 3 benefits to joining the biking group. So rather than loop through, all I did was spit out free shipping, in-store tune-ups, newsletter, and all of that is 0, 1, 2 for the 3 spaces within the array. Blog content was the first thing I did, and that was a little more interesting. Seeing as there's more posts and some actual images. They're all really similar to each other, the JavaScript files, so I'm not going to re-explain how each works, but you can see they load in the image for the blog post, the title, description. There's a date time stamp that I used. Obviously that doesn't show text unless it's between the carets, so for right now I'm leaving it, but I'm hoping I might be able to figure out how to make that date time something like a mouse over for the article. Shop content gave me a lot of struggle, just because it's a lot of stuff. It's technically 2 sets of images, since the second one is how they utilize their rating system. They have this image of a bunch of stars going through 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Not even remotely sure how to use that yet, but the space is still available, and the alternative text for my image is still there. So it's still out. If we go to shop, very bottom, you'll see I have a rating of 4 for the very first product. And that's kind of it. Events, more the same, going through a for loop to reiterate for multiple events. And then in each of them, the new content is reassigned to the regular content within my HTML documents. And then outside of the entire function, this all gets sent out into the world. So yeah, that was my week 3 JavaScript updates. Hope you had a interesting time listening, and look forward to hearing you guys soon.